Good morning. Welcome to today's strength and flexibility flow. As normal, just a quick introduction. I am Juanita Lewis Jones, and I appreciate you sharing your space with me today. Um, this is going to be a 30-minute flow, so listen to your body, do what you can. I will offer um, modifications throughout the practice, throughout the flow. And if you choose not to do a particular posture, that is perfectly okay. If you decide that you want to lay in Savasana or Child's Pose, that is perfectly okay as well. And so we will start by sitting crisscross on the ground or on the earth. I'm outside in Columbia today at one of the local parks. So you can sit crisscross or you can extend your legs out in front of you. You can have your palms facing down or palms facing up. As we begin, relax your shoulders, tuck your tailbone so your pelvis is tilted forward to allow your spine to be in a neutral position from the top of your head to the bottom of your tailbone. If it's in your practice today, you can close your eyes. I'm going to take a couple of deep breaths in at your own pace. You want your inhalation to be shorter than or the same distance as your exhalation. So basically, you want to be able to exhale longer than what you inhale to release all that stagnant air that is built up. And take this time to ground yourself. Turn your thoughts inward. Focus on your practice today. Relax your shoulders. When you inhale, expand your stomach as far as you can. When you exhale, pull your belly button back to your spine to release all the pent up air. And when you're ready, slowly blink your eyes open. Place your hands downward into a grounding position. You're going to press your chest forward all the way. We're going into a seated cat-cow. And you're going to exhale, round your back, tuck your tailbone, tuck your chin for a cat. Inhale, push your chest forward, arch your back, lift your chin. Exhale, round your back, tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone. Do this for a couple more times, nice and slow, at your own pace. Make sure you're rounding through that entire back and arching your entire back to wake up that spine. And when you're ready, come back to a moment of stillness. Relax those shoulders. You're going to press your chest forward. Come to your right. Round your back. Shoulders to the left. Making huge circles clockwise. Nice and slow. Don't mind the little tiny dinosaur in the background. He's enjoying the sunshine today and his time at the park. Throughout our practice, he might decide to come over and join us. Then again, he might not. The next time you come to the front, you're going to pause and then rotate the opposite way or counterclockwise. Your knees, your hands are just slightly on your knees. You're not using them to pull or push yourself forward. Nice and easy. And when you're ready, come back to a moment of stillness. Inhale, arms up overhead. You're going to exhale and twist to your right. Left hand on your right knee. Stretch up out of your waist. You're looking to your right, or you can look back over that right shoulder, whatever's in your practice today. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, twist to your left. Right hand on your left knee. Inhale, arms back to center, hands overhead, palms together. Slowly bring your hands down to heart center. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, twist to your right. Left hand on your right knee. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, right hand to left knee. Inhale, arms up overhead, palms together. Exhale, cactus your hand. Lift your chin and your chest to the sky. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold over your legs. Stretch your hands out as far as you can. Just release your head to the earth and let it hang. Slowly walk your hands back into center. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, release that right hand to the earth and bend to your right. You can look under that bicep or you can look at the earth, whichever position you want to stretch out your neck. Inhale, both hands back to center. Exhale, release that left hand, bend to your right or bend to your left, excuse me. Oh, good job, buddy. Good job. Yeah, you did a flip. Inhale, hands back to center. Exhale, forward fold. Yeah, you learned how to do it. You're gonna come and do yoga with me? Okay, come on.
Where's my yoga? Where's my yoga side?
Slowly walk your hands back to center. You can sit right here. Sit right here. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, drop that left arm to the ground and bend to your left. Inhale, hands back to center. Exhale, drop that right hand and bend to your right. Inhale, hands back to center. Sit up nice and tall. Relax those shoulders. Exhale, forward fold over your legs. Release your head and just let it hang. Slowly walk your hands back to center. Come over into a 6-point stance. Meet me in the tabletop position. You're going to come in the tabletop position? It's okay. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your chin, lift your tailbone. Exhale, tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone. Inhale, lift your chin, lift your tailbone. Exhale, tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone. Inhale, come back to a moment of stillness. Exhale, come to the top of a push-up. Push-ups. Bend your knees a lot. Push your hips towards your heels.
That's not right. This is
Hips,
right.
hips to the sky for downward facing dog. Come up high on those toes. Release your heels back to the earth. Come up high on those toes. Nice and high on your tippy toes. Exhale, release your heels back to the earth. One more time. High on those tippy toes.
Where's your shoes?
Exhale, heels
Where's
to the
your
earth.
shoes?
My shoes are right behind you. Bend your knees graciously, high up on those tippy toes, and walk to the top of your mat. Walk forward fold. You can grasp opposite elbows, or you can place your hands on the earth, whatever's in your practice today. Bend your knees graciously, round your back, slowly come up, one vertebrae at a time, into mountain pose, rounding down through all 10 toes and the heels of your feet. Palms are down at a 45-degree angle. Fingertips are spread nice and wide. I see you, baby. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway up with the flat back. Exhale, all the way down. And this time we're going to go into gorilla pose. So what you can do is lift your feet, place the palms of your hand to the soles of your feet. And if you can't do this full pose, then you can bend your knees. You're going to still get the same benefit. Release your hands. Inhale, halfway up with the flat back. Exhale, all the way down. Step back to the top of a push-up. Drop your hips to the earth. Untuck your toes for a cobra. Relax those shoulders. Head nods on the horizon. You should feel the stretch in your lower back. Exhale, come all the way down to your mat, forehead on your mat. Bring your hands to the outside of your mat. You're going to inhale, come up to a low cobra. Drop that right shoulder and look over your left. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, drop that left shoulder and look over your right. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, slowly release your forehead to the earth. Keeping your hands just where they are. Elbows lifted towards the sun. Exhale, release your forearms to the earth. Fingertips spread nice and wide. Inhale, up for a low cobra or baby cobra. Exhale, release your forehead back to the earth. You're going to inhale, push yourself up through tabletop. Open your knees wide as your mat. Push your hips back towards your heels for child's pose. You can walk your fingertips out as far as you can. You can tent your fingertips to activate your muscles in your arms. Inhale, come up to back to tabletop. Fingertips directly under your shoulders, knees directly under your hips. Drop your belly, lift your tailbone, lift your chin. Exhale, press the ground away, tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone. Come back to a neutral tabletop. Stay here for a couple of breaths. You can take any subtle movements that you may need. You're going to rock your hips to the left and to the right. Come back to a moment of stillness. Tuck your toes. Bring yourself up to a high plank. Bend your knees graciously. Push your hips to your heels. And hips to the sun. Come up on those toes. Release your heels to the earth. Up on those toes. Release your heels to the earth. Bend your knees graciously. Come up on your toes. Walk your feet to your hands. You can stay here in a forward fold, or you can clasp opposite elbows for a ragdoll. Release your hands back to the earth. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, all the way down. Yes, you see me, Pudding. Bend your knees graciously around your back. Slowly come up, one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, cactus those arms. Lift your chest and your chin towards the sun for a small back bend. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. You can stay here in the forward fold, or you lift your feet, place the soles of your feet into the palms of your hands.
The back getting wet.
And just let it hang, let your head hang. We'll put sitting on the ground. The ground's still kind of wet. Bend your knees if you need to.
No, that was the slide is wet.
Oh, slide is wet. Okay.
That's why.
Release those hands if you had them up under your feet. Bend your knees, round your back. Slowly come up, one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway up with the flat back. Exhale, all the way down. Step, jump, or hop back to the top of a push-up or to a plank. Inhale, slowly lower yourself all the way down. Untuck your toes. Push yourself up for cobra. Inhale, release your forehead to the earth. Tent your fingers wider than your mat. Elbows towards the sun. Inhale, push yourself up for a wide cobra. Exhale, drop that right shoulder. Look over that left. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, drop that left shoulder. Look over your right. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, slowly lower your forehead back to the earth. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders. Elbows are pointed towards the back of the room or towards the back of the playground. Fingertips are spread nice and wide. Inhale, come up for a baby cobra. You should be using your lower back to lift yourself up. So you should be able to lift your hands just like this. You're using that lower back strength. Place your hands back underneath your shoulders. Exhale, release your forehead back to the earth. Inhale, push yourself up through tabletop. Push your hips back to your heels for child's pose. Walking those fingertips far out in front of you. You can tent your fingers if you like. Inhale, ground through your back. Come back to a tabletop. Knees under your hips. Hands under your shoulders. Drop your belly. Lift your tailbone. Lift your chin. Tuck your tailbone. Tuck your chin. Rounding through your back. Pressing the ground away. Take a couple of rounds of cat-cow. Your own breath. Come back to a moment of stillness when you're ready. Push yourself to the top of a push-up or to a plank position. You're going to drop that left knee. You're going to kickstand it out to the side. Come over on that left hand or right hand and extend that left hand to the sky. Inhale, come up to center. Exhale, you're going to drop that left hand and bend to your left. This is called a gate pose. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, release that right hand back to the earth, left hand to the sky. Inhale, release that right hand back or left hand back to the earth. Come back to a plank position. I'm going to turn around this time. So this time what you're going to do, you're going to kickstand that left leg. Inhale, right hand to the sky. Exhale, come back to center, raising both hands overhead. Exhale, release that right hand to that right leg. And to your left or to your right. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, release that left hand, right hand to the sky. Exhale, release that right hand back to the earth. Come back to the top of a push-up. Bend those knees graciously. Hips to heels. Hips to the sun. Grounding down through all 10 fingers. Nice and strong. Biceps by your ears. Round through your back. Come back to the plank position. Release those knees to the earth. Knees directly under your heels. Take a peek-see down. You shouldn't be able to see your toes. Inhale, come to a standing knee position. Place your hands in your pockets, thumbs facing the outside of your body. You're going to press your hips forward. Release your head back. for a camel pose. You don't have to bend all the way back. If you want, you can lean back further and reach for your heels. You're going to inhale, slowly come up, one vertebrae at a time. Push your hips to your heels. Walk your hands forward for child's pose. Inhale, round through your upper back. Come to a tabletop position. Take a couple of rounds of cat-cow at your own pace. Come back to a neutral position when you're ready. Push up to a plank position on the top of a push-up. Bend your heels graciously, or bend your knees graciously. Hips to your heels, hips to the sun for downward facing dog. Come up on your toes, round through your back for a high plank position. Release that left leg, kickstand it again. Inhale, right fingertips to the sun. Exhale,
I want water.
hands overhead.
I want water.
Okay, we're almost done. I'm gonna get you some water. Exhale, release that right hand to that right leg and bend to your right. Okay, we're gonna go in just a minute, okay? We're almost done. Inhale, hands to center. Exhale, release that left hand to the earth, right hand to the sky. Release that right hand to the sky. Come back to a plank position. Release that right leg to the earth. Mm-hmm. Bigfoot is in there.
Mm-hmm.
Inhale, left fingertips to the sky. Stay for the exhale. On your next inhale, hands up overhead. Exhale, release that left hand to your left. Okay. Inhale, hands to center. Exhale, release that right hand to the earth, fingertips to the sky. Inhale, release that left hand back to the earth. Come back to a plank position. Release those knees. Open your knees as wide as your mat. Big toes together. Heels to your hips to your heels. Walk those hands all the way out. Forehead to the earth. Stay here in child's pose for just a few breaths. Think about all the hard work that you did this morning. I appreciate you showing up and sharing your sacred space with me on today. Take a few deep breaths in and release at your own pace. And just know that you are more than enough. You are more than a conqueror. You are destined for greatness. And you are everything that God desires you to be. And from my heart to yours, namaste.